Hello everyone, welcome to my channel English Elegance. Today I'm going to explain a novel, The Last of the Mohicans by James Fennimore Cooper. About the author, James Fennimore Cooper was an American writer of first half of 19th century and his famous works are include Spy, The Pilot, Last of the Mohicans, a narrative of 1757. The setting of the novel, The Last of the Mohican, takes place in 1757 during the French and Indian War when France and Great Britain battled for control of North America and colonies. The important characters of this novel are Natty Bumbo, the American hero, and Encas, last Mohican, son of Chingachgook, last chief of Mohican tribe, and father of Encas. Magua, the villain, Cora Munro, Alice Munro, the Colonel Munro's daughters, Duncan Hayward, a British Army major from Virginia who falls in love with Alice Munro. Let's go to the short summary of Last of the Mohicans. It is a late 1750s and the time of French and Indian War. The French army is attacking Fort William Henry. It is an outpost commanded by Colonel Munro. Colonel Munro has two daughters, Alice Munro and Cora Munro. Alice Munro and Cora Munro wanted to visit their father and they set out from Fort Edward to Fort William Henry. And they are escorted by Duncan Hayward and guided by an Indian Magua. Soon they are joined by David Gamut, a singing master, also follower of Calvinism. And they continue their traveling. Later they encounter Honkai or Nati Bambo, Chingachuk, and Ankas. Ankas is the last surviving member of the once great Mohican tribe. After some time, Natty Bambo says that Magua, the Indian from Huron tribe, is leading the wrong route. Then Honkai and Mohicans lead the group to safety cave near a waterfall. But Magua attacked early the next morning and kidnapped Alice and Cora, Hayward and Gamut. But the Mohicans are managed to escape. After all that, Magua is celebrating his victory at Huron camp and Heva tries to convert Magua to the English side, but Magua refuses his offer because Colonel Munro humiliated Magua before and he proposes to free Alice if Cora will marry him. But Cora has romantic feelings for Encas and angrily refuses Magua. Suddenly, Honkai and Mohican came and killed the Hurons, and but the Magua escaped and rescues Alice, Cora, Hayward, and Gamut and escaped from there. After that, they travel a lot of struggle and Cora Alice reunite with their father. A few days later, the English force called for a truce. Munro learns that he will receive no reinforcement for the fort and will have to surrender. He reveals to Hayward that Cora is a part of Negro, which explains her dark complexion and asked her to marry Cora, but Hayward refused because Hayward have already fallen in love with Alice and Munro accuses Hayward of racism, but Hayward denies it. In the chaos of battle, Magma recaptured Cora and Alice and Gamut and escaped with them into the forest. 3 days later, Hayward, Honkai, Munro, and Cass Chingachuk discovered Magua plan and began to pursue the villain. Gamut appears and explains that Magua has separated Alice and Cora. Alice to the Huron camp and Cora to Delaware camp. Using variety of disguise, the group managed to rescue Alice from the Hurons. At this point, Hayward confesses his failing towards Alice. At the Delaware village, Magua manipulates the villagers and says that Honkai and his companions are their racist enemies. At that time, Ankesh revealed his exalted heritage to the Delaware sage Taymond and then demand the release of all his friends but Cora, who he admitted belonged to Magua. A chase and a battle happens, and Magua and Huron defeated. Magua and Hurons are defeated by Ancas, but a rock Huron kills Cora. Ancas begins to attack the Huron who killed Cora, but Magua stabs Ancas in the back. After Magua tries to escaped, but Honkai shoots him and Magua dead. At the end, Cora and Ancas receive a proper burial the next morning. Chingachuk mourns the loss of his son because he is the last warrior of the noble race of the Mohicans. This is the end of this novel. Cooper uses a notable features of stories that Cooper uses more than one name for many of the characters and groups of people. For example, Honker is also known as Natty Mumpo, Long Rifle, and Scott. Other features of stories Cooper's noted detailed and verbal description of place, characters, event, and so on.